Okay, we're rolling. The rules of my video: no cuts, no retakes, no nothing. Straight up, real deal, organic, true pumper type stuff. So Craig from Pumpcrete,
Dave Moriarty with Pumpcrete.
Dave Moriarty from Pumpcrete, the Pump Gurus. So they're going to walk us through the bread and butter Schwing 39 meter tried and true 39 SX detachable boom on this one, which is a cool feature. I understand there's some custom paint work that Craig is very proud of. What do we do with the paint here?
Well, we found the whitest paint we could find, and then we, put a little bit extra on, and then we did 2 coats of metallic.
My assistant Dan with the.
And then we clear coated it. So you can
see the pearl in there?
With the pearl. So 2 coats of pearl. So in the daytime, when this thing's out in the sun, it's just going to be like diamonds.
It's my first pump video ever where we talked about pearl paint. It's incredible.
And all the decals, they're all 3M. So when they're
called decals.
Decals.
We're going to get lit up if we call them decals. Crazy Canadians.
Decals.
Yeah, they're decals.
So the decals are all 3M. So when we're on a bridge deck at night and you got the lights on this thing, it's going to light up all the...
Oh, it's all reflective.
It's all reflective.
Oh, beautiful.
It'll look like flashlights.
Beautiful. So is this one going to go straight to high rise, or are you guys running around as a mobile and just kind of see what happens generally?
No, it'll go straight to high rise.
Straight to high rise. Okay, so should we talk about the pump kit? Here's where Dave comes in with expertise.
2023-5, capable of developing 1,007 psi, 32 strokes per minute. It's got the M-Rock, which has the bearing for the back of the sling shaft.
Let's go the axial bearing on it.
Axial bearing on it. For the higher pressures, it works better when you're doing a high rise, you have that head pressure.
So how high would you generally push with something like this?
This machine is probably capable, we'll do, but depending on the mix, we can get usually up to 40 stories, 35, 40 stories easy. We have done up to about 40, I think we did 48 stories with one of them, but it's getting a little sluggish.
Right, okay.
It's working. That's when you start having problems with like the couplings on the back and stuff like that.
What does the axial bearing look like? Can you show us that? I hear the term a lot, but I don't really know how to describe it or describe the differences.
This is the axial bearing, and it's actually got rollers in there. So it's like a thrust bearing is basically what it is.
Oh.
They have there,
so standard would just be a bushing.
Standard would just be a bushing. This surface here would be just on a bronze bushing. And that's that bushing right in there. So the shaft would be a lot shorter. But this is an actual roller bearing in there.
What's the idea to reduce resistance when the rock fell shifts over?
It's when you have that kind of head on it. It helps. It takes some of the friction away from it, so it makes it easier to shift.
And the M-Rock hopper.
Yep.
So it's like a shorter valve.
It's a shorter valve. Yes.
Which
it's a higher pressure valve.
Oh, it deals with higher pressures better.
Yeah, it's got a higher pressure rating.
And these, from my experience, limited experience, the washout residual concrete is like a wheelbarrow full. It's minimal.
Yeah, you can pump it right down.
Yeah, washout's amazing on these. So if I was going to plug into a high rise with this one.
Normally what we usually do, if it's going to be specifically on high rise, we'll disconnect all of this here.
Okay.
And what we'll do is we get a little short 7 to 6 reducer that will just bolt right on the back end here with a heavy duty coupling and raised end on it. And that's how we'll normally.
So you just pull the 4 Allen bolts and go right on there.
Off and then go around. We still have to use this spacer because it's the length of that short reduction that we used.
Yeah.
The clamp interferes with this axial bearing.
Oh, okay. So that's all it takes, and now you're high-rise pumping.
Now you're high-rise pumping. So
40 stories capable. So it's a 39 meter detachable. As far as detaching the boom on this, is it just 4 pins, or what's the system on this?
There's 4 pins is all you have to remove, and the hydraulic lines and the pipeline, basically.
And the hydraulic lines are the individual quick couplers?
Quick connect.
That's where they all come into right up top there, if you can get that.
Oh, okay.
That's where all the lines come into. They're all disconnects, and your electrical disconnects as well, and that would sit onto a power pack and plug right into a power pack.
What do you guys find real world to pick one of these off of the pump and fly it up onto the mast? How much time?
If you have the mast up there ready to go with the power pack sitting on it, You can do this in half an hour.
Really?
It's that quick. Yeah,
Do you guys get into much of where
No,
you?
that's just disconnecting pins and whatnot. Yeah, okay.
Right.
There's some time to hook the hydraulic lines up there.
Okay.
It's, say even that's an hour.
Do you guys get into much of the day of, fly it off for a pour, fly it off at the end of the day kind of thing out here? Or?
Not here, but I have been involved with projects where we have done that. So we're moving it and putting it onto one particular spot and then moving to another spot.
Right. Okay.
In the course of even a pour, we've been set up ready for doing that. So.
What are some of the other? I'm a little bit Schwing illiterate, admittedly. Some other key features of the Schwing pump that really set it apart.
One of the nice things about these is ease of maintenance on the valve. The rock valve is a lot easier to work on compared to an S-tube. An S-tube is a little more involved in trying to replace it.
Yeah.
If you were to replace a rock valve, the rock valve is a lot easier to replace. The way the back plate comes off.
Yeah.
And it exposes the valve right
Yeah, we
there.
can attest to that because we have our first Schwing now, an older model, albeit.
Yes.
But we actually have it apart right now. So. So what do we got going on in here? It's all foreign to me.
Basically, auto greaser. This is our main dump valve. So this will be like for the dump valve for the agitator circuit, accumulator circuit, and the pump kit. So this here, when you hit an e-stop, these are the actual valves, solenoid valves that they're actually disengaging.
So is that an override if you had an e-stop short
Yeah,
out?
so if you had a problem, you just pull those levers. That's the nice thing about Schwing too, is you could run this thing by pulling these levers on the dump valve and be able to run the manual levers without any electrical.
So if you have an e-stop failure, electrical failure, you just pop those up.
Pop them out. Usually we just put a bungee cord on them and pull them out.
And then what would the actual manual pumping function, where is that done from normally?
That would be this. So that's the concrete pump, and that would be agitator. And these are all your boom functions.
So
this one here would be your boom enable or outriggers enable.
Okay.
Okay, so
But to actually stroke the machine, what would I do on the Schwing?
what was it?
That's it?
That's it. The handles are actually in the toolbox. Really.
Okay. And is this just like one direction's forward, one's reverse? And then what shifts the the rock valve over?
The rock valve is all hydraulic, no electrical involved. So Schwing is 100% hydraulic for shifting the valve.
So does it automatically shift then?
So it's got what's an MPS valve, switching valves. So basically when the differential cylinder comes to the end of the stroke, there's ports in that cylinder that would go to the signaling on the MPS valve.
Oh.
And that shifts the S3 valve and the S2 valve basically at the same time. And then so the S3 would use accumulator pressure to shift the rock valve.
So all I need to do to pump manually is just one direction's forward, one's reverse, and that's it.
That's it.
So I bypass the e-stop with those two
bypassing
guys,
these, and
and then off of this, and then I need no electrical power beyond that.
electrical power.
It's amazing. Like even just for getting cleaned out. Wow.
What about the like you want to move your main up and down? Would you do this one?
This one. So the levers go on the bottom here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're just not on yet.
You'd have to push this lever here.
Yeah.
That would engage the boom control.
Yeah.
So you'd do
Put the
that.
bungee
and then
cord on
put
that
the
one.
bungee on that
Yeah.
one, and then you could run all the manual controls that way.
I'm just
I like
overwhelmed
levers.
how simple that is for the manual pumping.
Yeah.
Wow. And then what about the Vector?
So this is the new Vector 2. It's
So you got RPM, pressure. What does the box look like inside? Just in terms of like fuse panel or whatnot. Oh, that's all the fuses there?
yeah. So when you have a fault, it'll light the LED.
Yeah.
So you know it's
You know which one's blown,
Use your
okay.
operator friendly to get in there to see. Show you what's in behind. No fails.
Oh. Nothing really more hiding behind there. A couple of control modules and that's it.
So it's pretty easy when you if you have a problem with a wire, you can just replace the whole harness.
Oh, instead of tracing individually?
Instead of tracing, there's a problem with this harness, you could just replace this single
Right.
harness.
I mean, the
Or
box
you could
is
try to find
quite
find the
weather
wire.
tight too.
Oh, yeah,
you guys
absolutely.
find these are pretty robust?
Yeah, we've never had issues with moisture.
Never issues with an operator taking a pressure washer right to there.
Generally, you try to keep the doors closed. when
Yeah,
you
yeah,
pressure wash.
generally. I'm still impressed with the manual pumping function. I was not aware that it was that simple.
Yeah, then the levers for these screw in the bottom here. Just
They just haven't been put on yet, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
They have a toolbox.
So we're 26 feet wide in the front, 22 in the back, 2210.
yeah.
I researched the brochures. I know that much.
Another this here is an override as well. So if you have problems with this system here,
Yeah.
you can override this. You put the key in there, you turn the key, and that'll actually send power to your dump valves, and you'll be able to operate.
Oh. So by the time you get to,
So
to that, you've lost all electrical if you've got to go that road. Okay.
Yes. So here we can switch this over and then run it manually.
Yeah.
Right from here. Right now, to power this up without having the key on in the truck, that's what we've done here.
Oh, I see.
So that's how.
What's the advantage? Okay, I'll let you finish.
These are the PLCs, so you can put the pump into PTO back here rather than in the cab. So in the cab, there's a small controller screen.
Yeah.
You don't have the manual PTO switch anymore. It's all computerized. So if say there's something wrong with that computer, we can come back here and manually put them in and out of PTO.
Oh, so the PTO is done from a little touch screen in the cab now.
Yeah.
Is that powered up or?
Yes, it is.
It is. Should we look at that?
Yeah.
One other thing, I made a mistake on this machine can go onto piston side. I don't have a pressure rating on it. So right now it is on rod side. I just want to clarify.
1576 PSI. Tell me in the comments if I'm right.
You're probably right. I don't know. I didn't
think
look
it's
it up, so
1576.
you're probably right.
I'm a pump nerd. I remember weird numbers and
Do you?
facts.
Okay.
Yeah. If I'm right, do I get a prize?
Sure.
1576 final
I'm sure we
answer.
can arrange it again.
It might be 1586.
This
I don't
one
know.
here, we also installed the the auto greasers up on the side of the boom there.
Oh.
So now when we detach it, we have the
Oh, yeah. Actually, you know how fun it is, the grease replacing boom when it's up
Hop
on
in the
a
cab,
building?
You'll see that unit sitting up in there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I feel old right now. Oh, I'm old.
It's actually a nice system. And this here truck has the M drive.
It is. Everything seems to be M drive these days. Well, that's Mark Williams from Pumpcrete, one of the first loyal followers of the YouTube channel. Mark is in all the premieres and the live chats.
So there's the spot I was talking about.
Oh, okay, that's a big one too. Yeah. So here's a question when we're talking about rod side, piston side. Dave, have you guys ever had a machine with the variable pressure option on it?
No, we haven't, but I know that is an option for Schwing now.
Okay.
Schwing does have that now. I know on their trailer pumps.
Seemed like it'd be really cool because if you don't need to pump more than like 100 meters an hour, we would just leave the machine on piston all the time and just variable pressure it down.
Yeah.
So I can show you some more features on this.
What does Vector 2 mean?
Vector 2 gives you the screen, and it's incorporated in with the easy setup for the outriggers.
Oh,
stuff.
dials
it
in with the easy.
It lets you kind of see where the riggers
Okay,
are.
this
stuff
machine
like
does
that.
not have the easy.
I don't think this one does, but that's part of the system.
Okay,
there that they
if it
have,
did.
Okay.
so we'll know where the boom is. The other nice thing about this here system is that it individually labels the e-stops. So if you have an e-stop pushed or a bad e-stop, it'll let you know which one it is. Instead of, before they used to be all in a daisy chain.
Yeah.
So it went from one to the next to the next and then back to your controller. Whereas now everyone comes into its individual pin into the controller. So if it's that one that's down, you'll know about it.
Oh, perfect.
So you
it's
can go and
easy
identify.
to
You can
pinpoint.
go for diagnosing something. You can go right to that one. If you had to bypass it, if it was a bad switch, you can
There's
see
a lot
right
of
away.
stuff here to make it user friendly in the worst
There
case
is.
scenarios.
So here's your pumping pressure and your accumulator pressure. And then here's all your, control switches. Agitator, pump forward, pump reverse, stroke, water, some lights, RPMs up and down.
You know what I'm thinking when I see this? So you got your pressure gauge, all your basic functions. Vancouver, high-rise work, pissing down rain. It's engineered, man.
Yeah.
This is like the pump operator. It's like
Now when you're
Their new home.
it's the pump shelter.
put a pair of work boots on me and a hard hat, it doesn't work. I'm already touching.
Well, I guess you're gonna.
I got a hole there.
I guess you're the guy up top on the boom.
Yeah.
Sucka.
You have to wear gumboots and dig a little hole.
Before, Schwing used to have these mounted here, but we found, keep them in the box, keep them out of
For
the weather.
sure, yeah.
They're always protected. I mean, they work great outside, but
No, I
it's nice
really like
keeping it
that
clean in
placement.
here and
yeah.
tight. Everything is protected.
Yeah.
because you know, a pump operator, you're throwing your gear in here. You've got
A
reducers
hose
and
end
clamps.
goes right through the gauge. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's just like everything's like refreshingly heavy and simple and just, yeah, the way concreting equipment should be. So that's a remote control?
Yeah, this is the Scan Rico. This is the newer gen remote control.
How's that for weight?
It's not bad.
Oh yeah. What do you find for battery life on those?
You know, operator always has a spare battery in his back pocket. So, you know,
6 hours, 8 hours
8
kind of
hours.
thing? Okay. It's all, yeah, just toggle switches.
Yeah, you've got your twists on your seconds.
And what does your LED give you on this one? It'd be just RPM,
RPM,
volume?
pumping volume,
Okay.
pumping pressures.
Oh, you get pressure on that too?
Everything, yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a nice package. It's a beautiful package. With nice pearly paint.
You want to take a look up top?
Sure. Let's look at the decks. What's this? What's the size on the water tank on these?
Not sure how many gallons it is, but it's enough for a couple jobs.
Okay.
You get a couple good washes there.
It's nice. It's composite.
Because it goes down inside the frame as well, right? It's not
It's not just what we see on the top.
Oh.
Underneath, it's like a whole other water tank underneath.
Oh. Okay, it supplements.
So one little option that the operators are going to like is what we put on this one from factory is a blowout system for the water.
Oh, for draining everything
Canada,
out
this is
in
the
this weather.
Pumpcrete Canada special. So you
yeah.
just open this valve, it'll blow all your water out,
Oh, perfect.
and you're ready for the next job.
It's got the
Quick
water
and
tank
easy.
heater on it, composite tank that
Yeah.
won't rust out.
Yeah, the internal water pump.
I had on a job there, a little off topic, a couple weeks ago, a mixer driver actually drinking the water from his hose.
It's not a good idea.
With he had a metal tank, and he said, I've been doing it for years. So, you never seen that before either?
No.
No, I'm pretty sure he's still alive, but yeah.
The nice thing with these machines with the curved outriggers, it allows them to put larger pump kits in them, because on the X, the way they used to have them with the X configuration, you didn't have enough room up to the front. So now they can
Right.
go with the larger pump kits, the 10-inch barrels.
Yeah, actually you can see that, you can kind of see the outline of the outriggers where it stows
Yes.
there.
So where the X configuration, it came right into the back here.
That's where
the
those
push boxes
big
came in.
25 kits with the super long
They
stroke
will
come
fit
into
in
play.
here, yes.
If you were going to switch this to high pressure on the Schwing, what's the line configuration?
We just take these two hoses, we'd have to run them back to back here, and this would be your loop oil here as well. And you'd have to put another loop, there's a double loop line up here, so just have the one loop line up here.
Okay.
Those hoses would reach back here. Basically, this hose would go
Yes.
down there.
Yeah.
So you need some longer lines. It'd be a kit,
So
basically.
normally what we would do is just kind of, we'd kind of configure this and we just come off the top here as opposed to the side here.
Oh,
so
okay.
we'd switch these here around.
Yeah.
And that way we just have a 90 and it kind of comes up to there, so that's how we would do it.
It's very accessible, everything. There's lots of room.
They're pretty easy to work on
Yeah.
since they're not bad at all.
Oh, I'll get
And
a
there's
shot of our
the-
quick connect.
Yeah,
So there.
That's them there.
That's kind of nicer than them being up on the boom. They're easy to get at down here. Right? What do you think, Dan? Versus having them up on the pedestal?
You lay it down, you just get it
Yeah.
pulled in and then pull it through here.
Yeah, a lot of well thought out stuff. Now, where would I keep my 300 feet of 2-inch hose? That's the big question.
Yeah. So one other thing that we do install on these detachable booms, if we put a fall arrest system, you can see the cable. You've probably never seen this on a.
Oh, yeah.
So when our guys are up top hooking up
Yeah.
to lift it, they've got to tie off. The
Okay,
right
so
on the
yeah, they got the fall protection right there.
It goes the whole length of the main.
Which is a big thing for guys who've done high rise. They'll get it, right? No, man, it's a beautiful piece of equipment. My first ever Schwing boom pump show video. Couldn't have done it with two better guys. Dave and Craig, thank you very much. Thanks for your knowledge and expertise. And I'll straighten out in the comments if my 1576 PSI
Yes, let me know if
is
that was
correct. It might be 1586. Oh yeah. Steve, you know how to do it?
Oh, we got
We're gonna do this thumb,
a thumb.
and then
No, but it's this first, then the thumb. There's a,
This, then the thumb.
yay, you got it. There we go.
You're natural, Dave.
What does that mean?
it's just at the end
Keep
of
on
his video.
pumping.
You know what it means? It's
Okay.
my stupid Instagram thing is what it means.
Okay,
It's stupid. Till next time, keep on pumping. Canadian Concrete Expo 2025, Schwing. Oh, I should mention Pumpcrete's a dealer.
Yeah.
We probably should mention that. You guys are Schwing dealer for Canada?
Yeah.
So new pumps, parts.
Mostly the East.
Eastern Canada.
Eastern Canada, okay. So pumps, replacement parts,
Yeah.
anything you need, clean out balls, hoses, clamps.
We're also the Conforms dealer.
And the Conforms dealer.
Yeah.
And I can attest to the promptness of their service as they sent us a new MPS block overnight.
Yeah.
My brother still appreciates
You
that.
had technical.
Yes, and heavy technical support. Catch you on the next
Do
one.
this again. What was it? This, then this.
Dave's so excited. He wanted to do that again. Even though the video is kind of over, okay, now it's over. You got the final word, Dave.